When Naomi Osaka said, bruh, I felt her from her soul. I felt the irritation and everything because I too get so tired of thinking that they can dictate how we express ourselves. Like for you to sit there, I don't even know what the girl name is. For you to sit there and tell me, can she do that? Can she say come on? Can she say come on? And like the girl said, the referee, I don't know what they call them in tennis. Like she said, you don't even have the ball. This is not even your serve. So this should not, her saying come on, should not even be a distraction towards you. It's a tale as old as time because they did it with Serena. And here they are trying to do it with Naomi. All she was doing was sitting here trying to gas herself up, saying, come on, come on, come on. And you're acting like she did something wrong. No, what it is that you felt yourself losing your momentum. You felt yourself losing, period. And it bothered you. And you thought that just because it would have been silent, as if you would have won. And I'm so glad when Naomi won that last set, she screamed, come on! The interview after the game with Naomi was funny as hell. The interviewer said, yeah, so Serena is a good competitor. She played tonight. What did it take to get through this game? And Naomi said, apparently a whole bunch of come-ons because it pissed her off. Naomi said, she's a great player. I think this is her last Australian Open. I mean, sorry she's mad about it. Basically, the interviewer said, well, it seems like she grew irritated between the first and the second set when you were trying to pump yourself up saying, come on. And that's when Naomi said, bro, all she had to do was ask.
Hello everyone, I'm Novo and you're welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something that really stood out in the Naomi Osaka's situation. Not just what happened, but how she handled it. Naomi Osaka made this clear that this situation could have been handled professionally. She even said that if the other person had simply asked her respectfully to stop or change what she was doing, she could have had no problem. That says a lot about her character. What makes this situation worse is the double standard. If Nomi had defended herself loudly or reacted emotionally, people could have immediately labeled her as aggressive or said she was reacting negatively. But because she handled it with grace and restraint, the situation still gets brushed aside. Either ways, black women are put in a no-win situation. That association was rooted in racism and inability to accept being beaten fairly.
Okay, sorry she was mad about it, but
It's okay. You come on between points.
Between third, yeah, you haven't got to pull your hand up. It's fine.
So I can talk between points?
Between third, yeah.
Yeah, can I go come on and talk? Basically.
You're not serving yet, so it's not even going to so this was okay.
Serena Cirstea is a tough competitor. She came to play tonight. What did it take to get through that one?
apparently a lot of come-ons that she was angry about, but whatever. She's a great player. I think this was her last Australian Open, so okay, sorry she was mad about it, but
Well, she was complaining because between the first and second serve, she could hear you just trying to pump yourself up. Was that the problem?
I think so, but like, she could have asked me, like, just, bro, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry she was mad about it, but.
You know what, Naomi? I appreciate that response because I am so sick and tired of white people displaying microaggression towards black people and us not saying anything about it. This white lady was mad at Naomi because she kept hyping herself up while she was playing a match against her. Like, are you serious right now? You're not even mad about technical foul or anything like that. You are mad about her hyping herself up because it's throwing you off your game, apparently. No, you just suck, and Naomi's just better than you. Like, I don't like when people are sore losers or don't have good sportsmanship. I really don't. Like, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, and that is okay. Is it okay to be frustrated at the fact that you lost? Yes, I get that. That's normal. However, trying to make it an excuse that Naomi was hyping herself up and that's the reason why you lost is insane to me. Like, go on somewhere. Naomi won, and she's much of a better player than you, and she won the rounds, and that's it.
I refuse to accept Naomi Osaka's perfunctory apology. She cannot use a casual sentence to brush off my last Australian Open match of my career. I understand the pain of postpartum depression, and I have always believed that beyond competition, the most basic thing is respect for your opponent. When she shouted "come on" loudly during the interval between my first serve error and preparing for the second serve, I could not tolerate being disturbed by my opponent in a non-competitive way during a crucial match. I know very well how important serve rhythm is to a player, but she did not care about my feelings, and she did not care that this was my last Australian Open. When she came late to the press conference to apologize and only defended her inappropriate words without mentioning the serve disturbance on the court at all, I only felt it was ridiculous. This apology avoids the main issue, as if my anger was just making a fuss over nothing. After 20 years of touring, I love the discipline and passion that tennis brings, and I understand the struggle of returning to the court after becoming a mother. But that has never been an excuse to disrespect an opponent. I hope that when Naomi truly understands how to respect opponents on the court, she can come and apologize to me again.
Naomi Osaka, and no, black women do not owe you an apology. Let's talk about it. Today at the Australian Open, Naomi Osaka beat her opponent and advanced to the next round, right? Like normal sport things. At the end of the match, when it was time for Naomi and Serena to like shake hands, do the customary thing, be polite to one another, her opponent was like very frosty and kind of rude, and Naomi was weirded out by it. I guess Naomi had been shouting like "come on" between serves, which is something she does because she's an anxious person, right? Like this is born of an anxiety thing. It's not anything malicious. But clearly the reception was frosty enough and Naomi felt bad enough to say something during a post-game interview. When asked about the exchange, Naomi said, apparently a lot of come-ons that she was angry about, but whatever. I mean, I tried to play well. I think I hit a lot of unforced errors, but I tried my best. She's a great player. I think this was her last Australian Open, so okay, sorry, she was mad about it. That first apology was like clearly not enough for the world, so Naomi apologized again in like a press conference after that interview, which I think is crazy. The idea that Naomi, this black Japanese woman, felt compelled to apologize to a white woman who was upset because Naomi bested her, right? Like it doesn't make sense to me, right? Like the power of white women tears can never be underestimated. And I also think there's like a little bit of white women hate to see black people succeed in the way that Naomi has. And obviously by white women, I mean the Karens. I'm not talking about my white women friends here on this little app. I'm not a huge tennis fan, but like this story had me feeling like the lesson here is that people who play sports, athletes, can be as unsportsmanlike as they want. They can be loud, and there can be bravado, and there could be taunting. But that person has to be white and probably has to be a guy. And if you're a black woman, don't even try that. Like, what do you mean Naomi Osaka did something wrong? She did her job, she played the game, and she won. She was competitive and engaged like any other professional athlete. And at the end of the game, she tried to shake hands with her opponent. It's all very sportsmanlike and professional to me. But I guess this is just another one of that very long list of things black people are not allowed to do, which includes driving while black and wearing a sweatshirt. And I guess also being unsportsmanlike while playing tennis. And before I get the Serena fans in my comments talking about like, oh, like she's a really great player, this woman posted a meme a couple of years ago calling for men to be more masculine again and for women to be more feminine again. So like, I don't really give a fuck about her tears. Anyway, love my Haitian sister. Go Naomi. Bye!
Beanie's out Lincoln by. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna be real, bro. There's just something about tennis I just can't fuck with. Like, you're telling me that after I make you miss, right, and you fuck up, I can't hype myself up? That don't even make sense. I'm gonna be real, that don't even make sense. In ball, any type of ball, football, like, you can do that shit. Tennis is the only sport where, like, you're expected to win in silence. I don't know, man. I don't think Naomi did anything wrong, but again, like, I'm not big on tennis. I only watch a couple tennis games a year. So there's obviously a stigma that I'm not, like, privy to. But if I'm being completely honest, bro, like, this shit's lame. Like, it's just super lame. You're telling me I can't hype myself up after you messed up. Why? Because it distracts you? Come on, man. That shit don't even... That literally makes no sense. That takes away... To me, that takes away the competitive spirit to the whole game. And I do understand that, like, if people are constantly doing that, it could be considered, like, negative. But like, to make it seem like I'm costing you the game by doing that, I don't know, that doesn't make no sense to me.
I'm gonna play the video, but can somebody that plays tennis or understands the game of tennis explain to me why this lady got so mad during her match with Naomi at the 2026 Australian Open, all because she was hyping herself up in between sets?
Okay. Come on, between points. Between third, yeah, you haven't got to go your other. So I can go between points? Between third, yeah, can I go come on and talk? Basically? You're not turning it, so it's not going to make you sense.
Serrano Corseia is a tough competitor. She came to play tonight. What did it take to get through that one?
Apparently a lot of come on, so she was angry about it, but whatever.
Now that crowd was messy as hell, bro, but she does have a point. I didn't know that tennis was supposed to be this silent sport where you can't talk throughout the whole game because it distracts your opponent. You're just mad because you lost, bro. That's all it is. And I'm not even gonna make this a race thing like I'm seeing a lot of people do. It's honestly not that deep. She's just a sore loser, bro. I just didn't like that she apologized afterwards. Like, you didn't have to apologize, bro. She's old and washed up and you beat her fair and square, bro. Let her be mad.
Naomi, you better than me because I would have told that lady first off, F your bitch and the clique you claim West Side. Now, I'm not going to do too much and sit here and say the other girl isn't a good tennis player. I'm not going to do all that, okay? Athletes have good days and they have bad days. Today, Naomi played better tennis. That's it. Sometimes Naomi has bad days too and she gets beat. Like, that's just the nature of the game. But for you to act unsportsmanlike at the end with that little attitude during the handshake, I do feel like that was unnecessary. And Naomi asked you using her words like a grown woman. What was that? She was trying to understand why you were mad. And then you are going to say, oh, well, Naomi, you've played for so long and you still don't know what fair play is. Basically accusing Naomi of not playing fair because she was trying to get into your head or be loud and yelling in between sets or serves or whatever the case. What she was actually doing was hyping herself up, and you may not like it, but you already asked the umpire earlier if that was okay, and the umpire said it was fine. So at this point, next call, like, what are we talking about? And honestly, it sounded like Naomi was about to say, if you really had a problem, why didn't you say something? Like, if you watch Naomi, in my opinion, I don't believe she's on that type of time where she's trying to play a dirty game, like trash talking, trying to throw off her opponent by saying come on in between sets. Like, Naomi, if you see this, I know you don't want bad blood between your colleagues, you know, the other players. I know y'all see each other on the road at tournaments all year long. I understand that, but in my opinion, you didn't do anything wrong. Your opponent was mad. She obviously loves tennis, is passionate about tennis, and she's losing at her last Australian Open, and she knew the trophy wasn't going to be in the room with her. That's it, and that's all. Good luck on the next match.
I am tired of Naomi Osaka being treated like the punching bag of women's tennis. So Naomi just played Serrano Corseia at the Australian Open, and this clip is going viral.
Come on. It's okay. You come on between points.
Between third, yeah, you haven't got to go your other. It's fine.
So I can go between points?
Between third,
Yeah, can I go come on and talk? Basically?
you're not serving yet, so it's not even going to so this was okay.
So Naomi was hyping herself up between points, and Serrano really wasn't vibing with that. So she proceeds to complain to the umpire, who then tells her, nah, she's within her right to do that. Mind you, a ton of players hyped themselves up between points. Naomi proceeded to win the match, and at the end when they did their handshakes, there were some tense words that were exchanged. And then this is what Naomi said after the match.
Serrano Corseia is a tough competitor. She came to play tonight. What did it take to get through that one?
Apparently a lot of come on, so she was angry about it, but whatever. She's a great player. I think this was her last Australian Open, so okay, sorry she was mad about it, but...
And then after the match, Osaka proceeded to apologize for the comments she made on the court. Personally, I just don't think she needed to apologize. She didn't break any rules of the game. It's sports. She got that dog in her. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you tell me, do you think this warranted an apology?
Naomi Osaka didn't owe anyone silence, patience, or extra grace, yet she gave it anyway. Her composure and her integrity. It's time we give Naomi her flowers instead of constantly moving the goal points for how she allowed to exit in public. If you agree, like this video, comment, and subscribe for more conversation like this. See you in the next video.